coupled with victory, you wanted some spoils of the war as well. ثُمَّ صَرَّفَكُمْ عَنْهُمْ. Allah then diverted the victory and Allah's grace upon the Sahaba. As much as the Quran speaks about the fact that they erred, let us not lose our tongue. Let us not lose our tongue. What did Allah say? We diverted the victory لِيَبْتَلِيَكُمْ. Not to punish you, to test you. وَلَقَدْ عَفَا عَنْكُمْ. Wow, wow, wow. Most certainly, definitely, absolutely, I have forgiven you. In fact, in the opening verses, I'm going to progress. I know I'm getting a bit academic here. It might get a bit too hot also. When the campaign left for Uhud, so as Nabi Sallallahu was leaving Medina, and I keep on saying to people, break your head to understand Quran. You'll be rewarded even if you didn't understand it. You break in your head to understand the score. You break in your head to understand the currency. You break in your head to understand the political climate. You break in your head to understand. We're not going to understand it also. You're never going to understand it. And what happens in there? And nothing. You just break and you split in half. Break your head to try and understand the Quran. Whether you understood it or not, you'll be rewarded. You will be rewarded. This is meaningful engagement and stimulation of your brain. You know, the pious, they used to sit and they used to create masail. I don't know, I don't want to be too academic, but they used to sit and have these brain teasers to test one another. So I was reading in this kitab, Safinatul Faraj, Fima Habba wa Dabba wa Daraj, that somebody came and asked Imam Abu Yusuf rahmatullah alayhi a question. It is a bit of a brain teaser here. Probably there's so many scholars, young students, they will enjoy this. So there were two people sitting here, two women sitting, and then two men came. So these two women said, مرحبا بابنينا وابني زوجينا وهما زوجان لهما. مرحبا بابنينا. Welcome to our sons. وابني زوجينا. And the sons of our husband. وهما زوجان لهما. But these two men were actually husbands to this woman. So those that are in madrasa will know what I'm talking here. Well, they may not know the answer, but like this Sughra Kubra Natija story, you kind of have an idea. Two women sitting, two men came, simplify the thing. These two men, as they advanced, the two women said, oh, come my son, come my husband's son. But actually these men were their husbands. But they're referring to them as come my son and my husband's son. So they asked this question to Abu Yusuf. So he said, very easy, there's nothing complicated, that's all you wanted to ask. So he said, yeah, what's it? He said, تَزَوَّجَ كُلُّ وَاحِدَةٍ مِّنْهُمَا بِإِبْنِ صَاحِبَتِهَا. These two women welcomed these two boys and said, my son, our sons and the sons of our husband. Obviously, if it's their sons, it's their husband's sons together as well. It's a union and Allah blesses them with a child. But each woman from amongst them married the son of the other woman. So jointly they're our sons, but individually your son is my husband and my son is your husband. Hello? Hello? Somebody? Just pick up your hands. Like if you know what I said? No. Forgive me. Anyway, when they were leaving, when the Prophet ﷺ was leaving from Medina, as they exited, Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul said, no, I don't want to join you people. I don't want to join you people. Because his intention was that the battle should be fought in Medina. And this was the one time that Nabi Sallallahu intention was also that it happened in Medina. And Abdullah bin Ubay and Nabi Sallallahu intention coincided. But the Sahaba had an overwhelming view that we should go outside Medina. And Nabi Sallallahu then acceded to their request. So as they exited Medina, he was looking for a lame excuse. He said, well, if you don't listen to me, then, count me out. So he withdrew. As he withdrew and the numbers dropped, then two groups from the Sahaba also momentarily were entertaining the possibility of shying away. إِذْ هَمَّتْ طَائِفَتَانِ مِنْكُمْ أَن تَفْشَلَا. Remember the time when two groups, Banu Haritha and Banu Salima, they were thinking of also withdrawing. وَاللَّهُ وَلِيُّهُمَا. But Allah was their guardian, Allah was their protector. So as much as Allah modestly reproached them, Allah gently admonished them, Coupled with that, Allah also extolled their praises by saying Allah was their protector. Wallahu waliyuhuma. And that's why in Ruh al-Ma'ani, it's going to be academic living. So Allah is saying is that we had given you victory. The mistake happened from you. You left the post. Now, progressing to the point, is that we need to take responsibility. We're living in a world where people are playing the blame game. That's the world. And the blame game gets us nowhere. From a micro to a macro, from kids on the street who lost to politics, on the global stage. It's because of them, it's because of this, it's because of this. This is it. It's just a game that's been played out. Until we don't stop the buck here and embrace responsibility. I am responsible for my own wrong. What they said yesterday, I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I'm wise, so I'm changing myself. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world, but I got nowhere. Today I'm wise, so I'm saying, my brother, the first point of engagement is that take responsibility. Come out of the culture of blaming others. There might be a truth, there might be a merit, there might be an angle of justification, but we're not moving any forward. So we're speaking of charity, and that's the focus. And in that regard, Allah speaks in the 29 juz about this father who had this amazing practice that he used to harvest his crops. And every time he used to harvest his crops, he would bring some home, he would give some to the poor, and he would sell some in the market. Allah speaks about it in the 29 juz in Surah Noon, in great detail. When the old man died, and the children inherited the farm, so this was young blood, they got actual science. So they very calculated. So they got to do the figures, they got to audit the whole thing. We can't just do like this, we need to find out how much income, expenditure, outcome, work out the whole thing. So they decided, no, the old man's practice of giving charity needs to come to an end. And let me tell you, my brother, that sometimes you think you're sustaining somebody and you're helping someone in Indonesia, or you're helping a near one, or you're helping a person who is sick or disabled. By Allah, you are not aiding them, they are aiding you. The world, the corporate environment teaches you that if you want to inject growth in your business, then you bring celebrities on board. That's how the world operates today. You want to market yourself, you bring so-and-so, he puts your brand on, he drinks from your cup, he, holds your spectacles, flashes your watch, and then wow, you boost your product. And this is how it is, and this is how the marketing world operates in the corporate environment. The Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to boost your business, you bring the sick, the weak, the vulnerable, the destitute, the widow, the orphan, and you boost your sales. وَهَلْ تُرْزَقُونَ إِلَّا بِضُعَفَائِكُمْ وَهَلْ تُرْزَقُونَ إِلَّا بِضُعَفَائِكُمْ. I was now in Indonesia, day one when we got to Lombok, and we started distributing the aid. So hundreds of brothers and sisters had gathered. The first sister with whom we had conducted an interview to understand the crisis that had rocked that particular place, the woman that came forward, an elderly, probably in advance of late 70s or 80s, she came. As I handed the gift, the parcel, the food, the hamper, and then through the interpreter, I engaged with her to understand the dynamics so we can report back. So we asked her name, and I just froze. Sister, what's your name? And he interprets, asked her, and she says, my name is Halima. Oh man, that gave me a shiver in my whole back. My Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was sitting, Sahaba were with him. He got up. Basata laha rida'a. He spread his cloth out. Marhaban bi ummi. Move, let my mother come. Sahaba rotating their gaze, but Nabi Alayhi Salam's mother passed away a long time ago. Who is this mother of his? He set her down, he acknowledged her, he took care of her. And after she left, each one asking the other one, how is this his mother? He said, أرضعتني. She is the woman who nursed me and suckled me. I had just come from Medina and I went to Jannatul Baqi and I stood at the grave of Halima Sa'diyya radiyallahu anha, and I came out and 2 weeks later I'm in Lombok, and the first aid that I'm giving out, I see, subhanallah, is a woman by the name of Halima. I was flying in one particular cabin crew and in one flight, and the woman that was serving, and may Allah guide one and all, we don't point or blame or anything. This woman's name was written there was Hafsa. And my mind only knows one thing about Hafsa, is that when my Nabi intended divorcing her, Abu Dawud narration, Jibreel came down and said, Irji'ha, فَإِنَّهَا صَوَّامَةٌ قَوَّامَةٌ وَأَنَّهَا زَوْجَتُكَ فِي الْجَنَّةِ. O Nabi of Allah, whatever your differences are, Allah has instructed you that you reconcile and you revoke and you don't divorce Hafsa, because Allah has decreed she's your wife here and she is your wife in Jannah. Wallah, Allah is my witness, I'm seeing this woman with the name Hafsa and giving alcohol, I just dropped. The body went into spasm. I said, Hafsa, what a name. What a name, what my Nabi said. Halima Sa'diyya, the woman who had nursed our Nabi alayhi salam in Hunayn, when the spoils of the war were taken, and amongst the captives was Shima. Hunayn, after Fath Makkah. Read your history for Allah's sake, my brother. Study the seerah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. What an injustice. What a harm you have done to yourself and I have done to myself, that we haven't bothered ourselves on the elementary aspects of the impeccable legacy of the Prophet ﷺ. Shima was captured. She told the Sahaba, don't capture me, I'm your Prophet's sister. Hawazin. So they said, no, our Prophet doesn't have a sister. He said, I'm telling you. So then they brought her and they said, O Nabi of Allah, she was captured, and this is what she said. Nabi Sallallahu said, she is correct. She's the daughter of Halima. I have liberated her. Shima. لقد أمر أمر بن أبي كبشة حتى يخافه ملك بني الأصفر. In Bukhari, in Kitab al-Iman, one tarjuma in the Hashia there of Abu Kabsha was the husband of Halima Sa'diyya. The first woman we giving aid to was Halima. My mind is racing. This name was the woman who nursed our Nabi alayhi salatu was salam. So anyway, the father used to take the crops. He used to give the poor. He used to bring some to home. And he used to sell some in the marketplace. The young blood came on and they said, no, we need to change. We need to change. So they decided, they strategized. Right? And what they decided, they said that we'll go early in the morning to go harvest. We'll go early in the morning to harvest. By the time the poor get news that we came, we've harvested the crops and it's done and there's nothing left for them. So we go early. Sometimes you go early with the intention of benefiting, and sometimes you go early with the intention of depriving. Accordingly, the dynamics will change. You go early with the intention of benefiting, and you go early with the intention of depriving. Accordingly, the decisions will be made.
فانطلقوا وهم يتخافتون ألا يدخلنها اليوم عليكم مسكين.
فانطلقوا. Allah sketches the whole story. Allah paints the whole scenario. فانطلقوا, they advance. وهم يتخافتون, while they discreetly whisper to each other. ألا يدخلنها اليوم عليكم مسكين. How dare a beggar puts his foot in our orchard today. وغدوا, and they advance. على حرد على بخل قادرين, that we in control. And this is the attitude, my brother. You see, Allah, this is what I say, and my students will tell you in Quran Dars, I cry all the time. I say, we just have not taken the time to appreciate and connect ourselves with the Quran and contextualize the simile, the parable of the Quran into our life. وَتِلْكَ الْأَمْثَالُ نَضْرِبُهَا لِلنَّاسِ. And these are the examples, we share it with people. Under this ayah in Ibn Kathir, Amr ibn As radiallahu anhu's quotation is there. He said, عَقَلْتُ مِن رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَى اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِ وسلم أَلْفَ مِثَالٍ. I heard 1,000 examples from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. You know how Allah speaks about man? So you're on the verge of graduating, you're on the verge of buying your house, you're on the verge of going for your ceremony, right? You're on the verge of harvesting your fruits. Allah catches the image in the 11th juz of the Quran in Surah Yunus. إنما مثل الحياة الدنيا كماء إن أنزلناه من السماء. إنما مثل. So we have ma, just to appreciate the grammar in it, is what we call maya kaffa.